He'll reset. Nowitzki again for the lead. Bang!
What's up, Mavs fans? Welcome into All Things Mavs. I'm your host, Jimmy Crowther, breaking down the 1-point loss that the Dallas Mavericks suffered at the hands of the Phoenix Suns. Their sixth straight loss. 5 games under 500. The Dallas Mavericks fall 109 to 108. And in case you missed it, this game was lost in the final minute of the game. Josh Richardson goes in for the Dallas Mavericks. He knocks down 2 free throws. He hasn't missed a free throw. He's missed 1 free throw. 1 free throw all year. Didn't miss one tonight. He makes 2. Puts the Mavs up by 2 with 54 seconds to go in this game. Dallas gets a stop on Devin Booker. Kristaps Porzingis grabs the rebound. Luka Doncic finds a wide open Dorian Finney-Smith in the corner. He misses a 3. DeAndre Ayton grabs the rebound. Ball goes to Chris Paul. The Mavs get another stop on the Phoenix Suns once again with about 30 seconds left to go. Chris Paul misses a wide open layup. I don't know how he missed it, but he got a little too far under the rim and just kind of threw it up. Didn't realize where he was, and he missed the layup. DeAndre Ayton came down with the rebound, and then Kristaps Porzingis quickly tied him up, and it was a jump ball. Porzingis tips the ball. He actually wins the jump ball, but the Mavs can't maintain possession. It goes out on Maxi Kleber, and the Suns get one more chance, an inbound from under the corner. Now, with about 20 seconds to go at this point, actually more like 12 seconds to go, the Suns inbound it from the corner. They find Chris Paul, who dribbles out to the wing, and then he finds a cutting Devin Booker who curls off some screens. Josh Richardson is on his tail. He's maybe this far behind him, and it wasn't an open 3 by any means. Josh Richardson was in his face. It was just a tough 3 made by Devin Booker, and the Suns go up by 1 with 1.5 seconds left on the clock. So who gets the ball? Of course, it's Luka Doncic. It's the same play that the Mavs ran against the Los Angeles Clippers in the playoffs in Game 5, or Game 4, I guess that was. But Luka puts up a heave 30-footer that just doesn't go down. Double-teamed. Honestly, 1-point game. Mavs didn't need a 3, but he took it anyway. That was the play that was drawn up. Also, 1.5 seconds left. It's tough to get a shot that good. But here's where Dallas lost the game. 2-point game. The Mavs had a foul to give with 12 seconds left on that inbound before Devin Booker got his shot off. And Rick Carlisle admitted after the game that they were supposed to take the foul. They were instructed to take the foul, and they did not do it, which gave Devin Booker that easy, well, not easy, but a tough make on a 3-pointer. And the Suns come away with the win. Now, if you really want to get into that final play with 1.5 seconds left with Luka Doncic's shot, I don't believe that the Mavs should have taken a 3. I think Rick should have drawn up something toward the rim. You guys, the ones in the comments that want me to criticize Rick so bad, here I am. It was a bad play call. Why not go toward the rim when you've either been getting fouled or been getting anything you want at the rim the entire game? I didn't understand it. Dallas loses 6 straight. Again, fall to 8-13. Phoenix now 11-8. Chris Paul put on a show in the clutch. He also put on a show all throughout the game. He was unstoppable. Devin Booker was unstoppable in the fourth quarter. And the Mavs just couldn't come out on top. Now, they went into the fourth quarter with a 5-point lead. They went in up by 5. Luka Doncic sits, once again, per usual, the first 5 minutes of the fourth. He checks in with about 7 minutes left. He usually checks in with about 6 minutes left, but Rick bumped it up a single minute and up to 7 minutes. But by that time, Dallas had already lost its lead, and Phoenix went up by 2. And that's something that I've preached over and over on this show. I'm tired of the fourth quarter rotation. Rick did a good job all game long. He's done this multiple times now. And in the clutch, he just fell short when it came to the last play drawn up and when it came to Luka coming in too late in this game. I'm frustrated. I'm mad, and it shouldn't have been a loss. It should have been a win. But as a whole, this was a good game by the Dallas Mavericks. The entire game was a very strong game. Maxi Kleber came back. He made an immediate impact in the first quarter of the entire first half. The Mavs looked like a re-energized team. They looked healthy. They looked solid. Maxi, in his return, started the game and played honestly really well in the limited minutes that he got. He only played 18 minutes. In a normal game, Maxi would have played probably closer to honestly 30 minutes in this game. It just didn't happen because he's coming back from COVID protocols. In his limited time, he had 2 points, he had an assist, 6 rebounds, a block shot. He was switching on to smaller defenders. He was doing a great job on those switches, but they just couldn't play him that long because he wasn't fully conditioned, and the Mavs dropped their 6th straight game. It's a tough loss. There's no other way around it. Dallas couldn't get a rebound. They got out-rebounded in the clutch. That's when it mattered. 45-42 as a whole. So they get out-rebounded by 3, but at the end is where the rebounds really didn't start to fall their way. And the Mavs lost another tight one. Now, let me get you the box score real fast, and then I'll kind of talk about what I was encouraged by in this game, and then kind of break down what it means for the Mavs going forward, because I'm not going to lie to you guys. This one really hurt. It really, really hurt because it was a tough, close game for the Mavs. Luka Doncic finished with 25 points, 8 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocked shots, and 5 rebounds. 10 of 11 from the free throw line, 7 of 19 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. Kristaps Porzingis, arguably his best game in a long time. He was really big in the fourth quarter. He had a huge fourth quarter. He had 10 points. In the game, he had 19 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocked shots, a steal, an assist, 3 of 7 from 3, 6 of 15 from the field. I don't want to hear anything about how this game is on Porzingis because he had a great game. Sure, there were some tough parts in the first half where he didn't look very good. He looked pretty timid, but the turnaround started to come in the clutch. And that's when the Mavs needed him the most, and he stepped up when it mattered, but obviously it wasn't enough. I loved what I saw out of Porzingis in the second half. I think he had a great game. There's just no other way around it, but it wasn't enough for the Mavs. Josh Richardson, his best game as a Dallas Maverick, 24 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 of 6 from 3, 9 of 16 from the field. He was getting to the rim at will. He was making great defensive plays. He had an incredible game, and I was so encouraged by him. He was clearly hyped up by the team, and honestly by the energy that the Mavs gave them. Tim Hardaway Jr., 18 points, 2 steals, a block, 4 rebounds, 11 points for Jalen Brunson, 4 points for Willie Cauley-Stein, 2 from Maxi Kleber, as I mentioned, 5 from Dorian Finney-Smith, who missed that clutch 3, and then 0 from James Johnson, who only played in 6 minutes. So the 6 minutes that went to James Johnson probably would have gone to Maxi. That would have given him at least 24 minutes in this game. So, and honestly, probably 4 of the minutes that Cauley-Stein played would have gone to Maxi as well. That would have given him closer to 28 minutes. So, Maxi didn't play the full game, but, you know, I'm really upset at this loss. I'm really upset that the Mavs lost this game. But for the game as a whole, you know, in a vacuum, if you take away the 5 losses before this, if you take away the fact that they're 8-13, this is a strong game from the Dallas Mavericks. But you know, the fact that it came in the time that it did does not help the Mavs' case, and it makes everything look a lot worse. With this loss, the Mavs are now, they're 3 games out of 8th place in the Western Conference. They're 4 games out of 5th place, which really isn't that bad, and they're 4.5 games out of 4th place. They're not that far out of it. It just feels like they are. You know, you look at a team like Miami. Miami's 7-13. They've lost one more, or they've won one less game than the Mavs have this year, and they were just in the NBA Finals. They're going to turn it around too. Now, I mentioned this in my preview, and I'm not going to be super optimism here because this was a frustrating game, and I don't expect any of you guys to be super optimistic about this one. But if the Mavericks, I said this in the preview, and I'll stand true. If the Mavericks don't go 3-1 this week, I'm hitting full panic mode. Trade anybody and trade everybody. Put everybody on the block if they don't go at least 3-1. Dallas has had their 1. Now they got to win 3. 2 against the Warriors, 1 against Atlanta. The Warriors aren't going to have James Wiseman for both of those games. You got to win those games. The Atlanta Hawks are not that good of a team. They're decent. They're 10-10. They're 500. They're not good enough to beat the Dallas Mavericks if they're at 100% strength. Dallas needs to go at least 3-1, or else everybody, and I mean everybody but Luka Doncic, is on the trading block for the Mavs. That includes Rick Carlisle's job. So Dallas has had their 1. They got to get their next 3. That's really all I have to say about it. This sucks. This should have been a win. This is a backbreaker of a game. You could see it in Luka Doncic's face. He showed it at the end after he missed his shot. But he just couldn't get it done. He couldn't do it all by himself. That was the cold hard truth. And Luka was actually quoted saying after the game, and here, let me get the quote for you guys real quick. I believe it was Callie Kaplan of Dallas Morning News that tweeted this one out. Said, this is from Luka, so the star of our team, says, "We've got to stay positive. I think this is where you can see who we are in the tough moments. We're sticking together. I think the last 2 games were way better than before, and this is where the big things come together." So you can see it. The Mavs have strung together 2 games that are a lot better than their last few games. But they just haven't been enough. And Luka believes that big things are coming. Tim Hardaway said right now it's just not clicking as we want. Tim Hardaway was actually really, really good tonight for the Mavs, but kind of disappeared in the fourth quarter. However, he was still really big in the first half. Kristaps Porzingis said this is from Brad Townsend. Porzingis says the reason he played better in the second half was because he played longer stretches and was able to get into a rhythm. Maybe that's something I can communicate to the coaching staff, he said. So, positive takeaways from this game. Josh Richardson looked like honestly the third best player on this team. Kristaps Porzingis looked like a legitimate second best player on this team in the second half. Luka was still great. The Mavs played as a team. There was energy and effort the entire time, and Maxi Kleber is back. Negatives from this game. Rick Carlisle's clutch rotations. They still haven't figured him out. I don't know why Luka's sitting in the fourth. It should not happen. At the end of the fourth or in the beginning of the fourth, if the Mavs are up, if they have a lead, you got to find a way to maintain that lead. If they would have maintained the lead earlier in the fourth, Luka could have had a little break in the middle and play the entire end, but it just didn't happen. I didn't like the rebounding at the end. That's obvious. The rebounding at the end was very, very frustrating. There was nothing good to say about it. So I know some of you guys are probably going to call me a homer in the comment section. I am a homer. This is my hometown team, and I'm all about them, but I believe this is the start of a better turnaround for the Dallas Mavericks, but it has to start this week. They have to go 3-1. If they don't go 3-1, if they don't get at least one game under 500, there's going to be a bigger problem. I still believe this is a playoff team. I think they showed some signs of life. This Phoenix team is now 11-8. They're pretty darn good, and they have the best clutch player in the NBA in Chris Paul. So that's all I got for you guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. This was a tough one. I'll have a preview of the Warriors game tomorrow here on the channel. So make sure you like this video and subscribe as well. Get down in the comment section. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like. There's a lot to not like, so I get it. But also, again, thanks for watching. And as always, go Mavs, baby.